we were having coffee one morning, myself and Linda and a couple of the women, you know yourself, and women chat, and we were saying how much we would miss you and how important you were and how good to us all you were. We just came up with the idea, wouldn't it be really nice, you know, if we had have maybe caught this on camera and let Father Brendan know how much people, because so many people wanted to say so many nice things about you. So yeah, so we just decided, well, we'd get John involved.
Very emotional today saying goodbye to him. I was just saying he communed my two children and confirmed my two children, and that's a huge bond, I think, with somebody. He's been lovely to all of us all the way through, and I was really impressed with his work with the boys' school. I've always just been really impressed with him with that. I've said that to him personally as well. So we're going to really, really miss him, and I hope he'll be a regular visitor back to us.
Very, very touching for me, Rachel. Brendan has meant so much to me. He's been so pivotal for me here and brought me into work in the parish, something I would never, ever have dreamed of. And his faith goes through the whole community, old and young, and it's just been an amazing journey for me. I'm really going to miss him, and he's a really very special person. And I'm just really thankful for all that he's done for me, and I hope I'll be able to carry on some of the good bits and pieces that he's taught me, and the great sense of humour that he had too. I've really enjoyed every bit of being here with Brendan, and I wish him all the best.
Ger, you obviously know Brendan quite well as well.
Who? Oh, that's his name! Oh God! For 9 years I've been wondering who that fella is standing on the altar.
Beautiful day, wasn't it? It was a lovely service, and Brendan's jokes were as good and as bad as ever. So, no, really enjoyed it. We'll miss him a lot, and like I say, hopefully we'll see him at the Winter Harvest, Winter Festival. So yeah, no, he's been great. So looking forward to seeing him in another few months.
Thanks, Friday.
I've known Father Brendan since he was at university, so I've known him for years, and he married me. He christened my son, and then I met him in Baldonnel a couple of times, bumped into him, and then I arrived up here to the church and my daughter was making her communion, and who was at the front door? Only Father Brendan. And I said, what are you doing here? And he said, this is my parish, what are you doing here? So he has been fantastic for the parish, an absolute breath of fresh air, fantastic, and got us roped into helping out in the community and everything like that.
I'm not even part of the parish.
And he'll be sadly missed, and I wish him well on his next adventure, and we're going to visit him in Salamanca.
Thank you. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, thank you.
He even got me back to going to Mass.
Right, okay.
And I still feel, as a result of meeting Father Brendan way back when he came, that I am actually part of this parish, because I try to return to as many events as I possibly can. And he was there when we, as a folk group, celebrated our 40th together, and the Ray folk group. And then he invited us back at the following Christmas, and we've had reunions on the head of that, in the church itself, and joined with the fourth group were the big people who were here. And as a result of that, it's bonded people over all those years, like 40, 50 years ago, back together. It's just fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's lovely.
So
never be the same without him. He's changed the whole parish.
He has, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He's fantastic, absolutely.
Such an inspiration.
He is. God help the poor man is to follow him.
Oh, yeah.
How can we take the next step? That's the way we go forward. So my prayer is, may you have a good rest. I'm uneasy you're learning Spanish, because I'm afraid you might be thinking of going away. We don't want you to go away. We want you and we need you here.
Well, as a friend, I don't think I'll ever forget what he's done for me. He's now nearly, I would say, part of our family, because the girls are so fond of him. Paul and I have fond. We've great memories. We've had a great experience together. Apart from as a boss, he's been a wonderful and supportive boss to me, and I also am so impressed of how much of himself he gives to everybody.
Brendan, we'll miss you so much. You're such a wonderful leader of our church. You brought people together. We have made everlasting, I hope, friendships because of you. I would use the simile of a shepherd. You're just so wonderful in guiding us so much. We will miss your friendship, and what a fantastic neighbour you are as well, and wish you luck in your studies, and hope you have lots of fun next year and a good, deserved long rest.
And he did like my communion and my confirmation. I think my baptism.
Wow, okay. So you've been here, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Special, huh?
Yeah.
Good memories, yeah?
Yeah, all good.
Okay, thank you.
Lovely, lovely man, and very concerned about the parishioners and always looked after them and all that sort of thing. So he'd be a dreadful loss. Personally, I will feel the big loss to him.
Absolutely.
And he did such work with the youth, which was wonderful. He was able to come down to the level of young people, which is a big plus in a priest. And I'm going to miss him desperately. Yeah. He really opened up the parish and to people and to youth and to everybody. And he got on with everybody, you know. So he was a great gift to the parish.
The most important thing he did for me was when he looked after my dad's funeral, and he just was able to tell stories like he knew him as a best friend. He was just brilliant. He was really good at communicating and just getting into people's lives, and he has great communication skills.
It was my dad's anniversary, which was last year, and he said some really nice words about my dad.
Oh,
yeah,
that's beautiful.
and he's been so good to me and my mum, and he'll be sadly missed by everyone.
Thank you, Alison, and thanks for sharing that.
Thank you.
And he just brought life to the parish, which is fun and everything, and he worked hard, so he's a wonderful man. That's all I can say.
Thank you
and
very
we're going to
much.
miss him so much. And thanks for doing
Thank
this.
Because he was everyone's friend. Everyone's friend, and he had a great sense of humour, and I certainly enjoyed his jokes from the altar particularly.
Yeah.
Then he broke the bread, gave it to his friends and said, "Take this, all of you, and eat of it, for this is my body, which will be given up for you."
Very understanding, isn't it? And, you know, very helpful.
Will you miss him?
Very much, very much. And all my years now with him has sucked, and I never had an unpleasant word, you know. He was so always very nice and easy, you know, not demanding, you know. Yeah.
Fun to work with, was
Fun,
he?
that's right. He was fun to work with, yeah. He was. Very much so. Always some good humour, you know.
Well, I think what I loved about having Father Brandon was the children had communion and confirmation, and that to me was very special. I think they were the most special days. And then, of course, Christmas, the epic mass, as I call it, with the Santa tracker and just the involvement and the community and bringing everybody together. And just thank you for everything, because, you know, the community has really grown and just come together, and it's just been fantastic.
I suppose Brendan will miss you a lot, more than a neighbour, a friend, I suppose, and just going to leave a big hole in the parish. And it's difficult to say what will come after Brendan, but it's certainly, I don't think this parish has known anybody like Brendan before, and it'll leave a big hole when he's gone. But we'll keep in touch anyway, that's I know for sure. More than a neighbour, friend for life. See you soon.
Thanks, Brendan. You've been an inspiration to young and old.
Yes.
And we hope you come back after your sabbatical.
Excited to see him going.
He had his eye on the ball all the time. Is that right, Brendan?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you any favourite memory, or is there anything that springs to mind there?
His hugs.
His hugs and his jokes.
His hugs.
Oh, that's
well, for
lovely.
me, his hugs.
Yeah.
Missed them so much.
His hugs and his jokes.
But maybe I'll work on the new man, Brendan, and he'll do the same.
All right, thanks.
PCA already at the playground area, and there's lots of fun being had in the plant.
Well, I'm just so grateful that he was a beautiful, beautiful man, and he meant so much to the parish, and to me personally it meant so much. And he always said the right word, and he's a gentleman and a very, very spiritual man, and we'll miss him, but I just wish him well.
Thank you, Anne. Thank you.
Yes, we will. We'll be bereft, really. I don't know how you can replace Father Brendan, because he had his eye on everything. He knew what was happening, and he had his philosophy and theology and his little jokes, sense of humour. So it was a great blessing and a joy for the parish. And wish him all the best, every blessing.
He's a great priest. He's a great priest for the people. And I'd say that give him a year or two, he will be a bishop.
Today, Grandparents' Mass. Ron's going with Burko, hoping a load of grandparents will come to Mass this evening.
Oh, we went on the Camino with Father Brendan. That was tough now. There was sore feet in those days and lots of rain. But there was lots of prayer and gin and tonic. Very good for
Wash
cramps.
down with gin
Very
and tonic,
good for
yeah.
cramps.
You have to be quiet. I've just been told by another parishioner that he might make the bishop one day. He really thinks he's going to be a bishop, so I think we better keep that one quiet.
that one out.
Will we edit that one out?
He thinks so. It's the thought that counts, isn't that what they say?
Their communions, confirmations with them, and we wish him all the very best of luck in his journey now in Spain, and we're going to miss him so much, and it's been a pure pleasure just knowing him.
He is, because my husband died in November 2014, and he was the priest who officiated at the funeral, and he was very kind to us and wonderful on that day.
That meant
so
a
we'll
lot.
never an awful lot. Yeah.
It's very important, isn't it? Thanks very much. Okay.
Father Brendan, we just want to say a huge thanks on behalf of all the Walshes. You've been very good to us over the years, and indeed to John's dad. So we wish you the very best of luck and love and happiness, and hope your new adventure in Spain goes fantastically.
9 years
Yeah.
that Brendan has been here, and
Yeah.
it's been great. He's been great to work with. He's really very good for the parish. He's I enjoyed my time working with him, and we wish him all the best for his year off, and hope that he has a successful year in Salamanca, and that he gets a job that will suit his talents when he comes back.
Absolutely.
Maybe here.
That's lovely.
Maybe back here.
Well,
He brought all the family to the church, including somebody who hadn't been there for a long time. And he, I suppose the way he was able to relate to all the people, from the little people to the older people, and that's the biggest memory. But we have lots of fun memories too of Croagh Patrick, the Camino, and many things in between.
I was in the airport with Brendan for many years, and we had a great time together, and he also baptised both our children.
Oh.
And now he was up to recently the parish priest of the mother-in-law.
Okay.
So that's why we're here today. Well, I wish him the best. He's
Thank
a very
you.
good man.
That's lovely. Thank
All
you
right?
very much.
We'll always remember his service here in the church, and it has meant an awful lot to us old people. We felt we were part of a big community, and that you would never be lonely in Ballyroan, and we'd like to thank him very much and wish him good luck in his whatever he's going to be doing next.
And he also looked after the young people. He had
Oh,
them
yeah,
down
well, you
from the
can
school
say
at
that.
different times. So we're grateful to him for that. And we enjoyed him while he was here.
He was great.
Yeah.
Thoughts that, cheer people up. And we loved his variety of music. I mean, again, that was all part of it. But I mean, he absolutely was unsparing of himself. He did everything he could to be a good pastor and do everything for the parish. What do you think?
Yeah, he had a very difficult task. I mean, as the sole priest in the parish, he had to do more or less everything.
I just thank him for being here. I mean, I always enjoy coming to Mass.
Yeah.
He always lifts my spirits. So that's the main reason. It's going to be hard to come to Mass. Hopefully get someone that will have the same effect, because I always feel better for going to Mass. So
yeah,
it's the main. So I wish him all the best.
We've lots of great memories. Singing in the choir as we all came together, and we made lots of new friends. I think that's down to Brendan, that he initiated the whole idea of the choir, and so then we've had lots of fun over the years, and then
He facilitated us, a few of us going to Rome, so really appreciated that, and it was very special for the three of us that actually got to go. So Brendan, we will miss you. You're a great friend, and keep in touch. It's not goodbye, it's just farewell and best of luck on your journey.
And talk to everybody.
Yeah.
And he's never shocked with whatever you have to say to him.
That's a good one, isn't
So
it?
yeah. He has an answer for you anyway, like, you know, that he takes life jolly. He's not taking it very serious, I think, you know.
When we'd wake up in the morning and Brendan would call in and say, oh, you haven't looked out in the garden, and we'd look out and there would be packets of crisps on the ground in the garden thrown over the wall by Brendan. So he was really nice, yeah.
And he's been very, very good for the parish. We're so sad to see him go, especially the young people.
Yes.
He's been marvellous.
Thank you.
And I feel very much part of the community, and that's in no small part to the way he works people here, the way he brings people together, how he gets people involved, even though they don't realise they're getting involved. But it's how he brings people together in a team. And although we're obviously disappointed that he's going, we've been a lot richer for him being here.
Absolutely, from the baptism team, like, you know, between Liz and Anne O'Toole and Kane and we've got Miriam and Frank, you know what I mean? Just, he has been great to us. I've been with him his whole journey here on the baptism team, and he's just been wonderful. It's a great ceremony and people just love him, you know.
He really is,
He is, and he's a great man, and they enjoy good health and best of luck.
Brendan, thanks a million for a fantastic year's working as the parish pastoral worker. We miss you very much, but we'll see you soon, and you'll have to pop over. Maybe we might make a trip to Spain, but that probably won't happen with the four of them. But anyway, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a million for everything. You were just fantastic to work for. God bless.
Now as a bishop, I knew when he was nothing to sing. And since he's got to know me, he's been promoted along the way, so...
Thanks to you, Brendan, because you're the captain of the ship and you lead us on a very safe voyage and an adventurous, exciting and life-giving one. Thank you very much.
Very humble man, and I think God knew what he was doing when he directed Brendan in the direction he's going, because he's touched my life in a very, very special way, and I know for Ciara and Niamh also, and I love him very much.
Brendan, you're a lovely person and you've always been a really kind neighbour. We'll really miss you.
That's really
Ní
lovely.
bheidh le héide an a rís.
Okay.